yeah, hold up. This isn't a baby ABC lesson. This is a real life classroom lesson just for you. Take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to learn a new tech tip. Hi, this is Linda Shriver, and this week E is for Explore. Can you imagine having a researcher, an analyst, a designer right at your fingertips, someone to do all that hard work for you? Well, Google has used Google Smarts and created all three of those for you in one tool called the Explore tool. The Explore tool can be found inside Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. So let's briefly take a look at the Explore tool in each one of those apps. So inside Google Docs, if you are doing a report, this would be a great example of one. If let's say you're doing a science report and you've pulled an image, but you're not really happy with that image, you can go ahead and delete it, put your cursor right where you want the image, and you can actually use the Explore tool to help you find out what you're going to pull, what image you might pull. So you click on the Explore in the very bottom right corner, and the Explorer usually pulls from words that are inside your report already. Well, in this case, I have a fake report, so it's not going to pull its gobbledygook. But let's say you had your report you were doing on planets. So you would type in the word planets, or your report might somehow have the word planets in it. In this case, it didn't, so we're going to go ahead and type in the word planets. What this does is it actually helps us to explore the web, explore images, or explore our own drive. In this case, I want to go ahead with an image, and I want to put an image right up here. And these are all copyright-free images, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one. And I don't know if you noticed, but if I click one time, it gives me the image so I can study it and see, is this really the one I want? If I like it, I can click Insert. Let me go ahead and hit this back button, and I'll show you also what you can do. See the plus sign right there? If you hit plus, it actually goes ahead straight away and inserts it into your image. And then what it does, which is so nice with Explore, is it actually cites that image for you. It tells you exactly where you got it and that it's a free photo. So any of these that you find over here are copyright free. So safe and sound to use. And that's the basics of it. Now you can imagine if you're doing your report on planets, you can also go to the web and do some research this way. So if you click on web, it actually will research, pull up sites for you. Now you want to make sure you pull sites that are reputable sites. Maybe stay away from Wikipedia and look at more of the larger sites. You also have the ability under web results, if you click on these three dots, yes, are you ready for this? MLA, APA, it cites it for you. So if you're going to use this site, let's say I'm going to use this one here from Britannica, I'm going to go ahead and click one time on it to go study, to go pull the notes, to go pull the information. But remember, it just opened it up in another tab so I can go back to my report. If it is something I do want to use, I can hit click there to cite it, and it puts the citing down there at the bottom. Pretty cool. So all of these tools can be found under Explore tool inside Google Docs. So pretty much the same thing happens over in Google Slides. I won't go too much into it, but let's say you're doing a science report or science report again, and let's say you're doing it on density, and it does pull some of the vocabulary and stuff, but also what you could do, let's go to the Explore tab. Let me close this up, and we're inside here at the first site. If you click on Explore, you can actually get separate layouts too that you might want to use on that slide. But in this case, we're going to actually put in the words that we are wanting to search, just like we did in Google Docs. So I'm going to go ahead and put in table salt because I need an image of a salt shaker. So I put in table salt, and I could do my research this way as well. I can also click on images and grab table salt. I could put in that plus sign. But in all honesty, I want it on this slide because this is the slide that it corresponds with. So I could just click plus, and it's going to pop it right in there for me. It's a little big, so I only grab images from the corners. I don't know if you knew that or not, but you only grab images. It also cites it for me. So that's the basics of Google Docs and Google Slides. Now let's explore what the Explore tool does inside Google Sheets. I love this because I'm not as good at the facts and figures, the numbers, as I am with some of the other things in these two tools here. So inside Google Sheets, it actually allows me, I've got all my data. In this particular case, I pulled data on the World Cup in all these different years. So from 1930 to 2014, these are the statistics of the winners, the runners up, things like that. So all that data is there for me. So I'm going to click on the Explore tab. And what that's doing is it's going to allow me to either ask about this data. For instance, I can say, hey, I'm wondering, and I can click it right here. Hey, I'm wondering what the average attendance is for, say, the winners or the runners up, or what's the lowest average attendance. So I can type whatever data I want, and it will actually give me the answers. In this case, it also recommends questions. So let's just go ahead and click on that one, and it's going to give me the answer. Pretty neat. So it's done all that tough searching through that document. It also has the ability to make it a color if I wanted to format it in separate colors. So if I wanted to pick a different color, I could do that. It also allows me to do pivot tables this way. I can actually click on it and get a little bit deeper in my analysis. I can look at, say, line graphs and charts, bar graphs, things like that, if I wanted to get more. What I do when I click on that is it actually will move it into my document. So I can actually kind of house it there in my document if I wanted to also see it that way. So that's the basis of the Explore tool inside Sheets. Pretty interesting tool inside each one of these. Go play. Now's the best time to go and do that while it's fresh in your mind. Go pull up a Google Doc, a Google Slide Deck, or a Google Sheet, and go play with that Explore tab in the bottom right corner. Well, thank you for joining us, and I certainly hope that was a productive 5 minutes. And remember, this week, E is for Explore.